What is going on, guys, and welcome back. It's your boy Flex. Let's talk about an Ultimate Season 3 prep guide. Yeah, we're going to call this Ultimate, and it's really going to cover the basics. I'm going to give you 10 things that I think you should be covering. Let's be honest, if you say you're covering everything for Season 3, you'd be lying to yourself. I mean, you have many people putting out great videos for Season 3. Here's my take on it, my 10 things that I'm doing, and I'm telling my company to work on. Number 1, save your Gypsum Orbs. I'll throw something up on the screen right now. Gypsum Orbs are going to be used to upgrade your artifact gear, which I have on right now. As you can tell, I've got the Michael shield, I think it's called, Michelle shield, and I've got the Butcher sword and shield on. I can just pop this open right here. Having a lot of fun with this stuff. It's very interesting, you know how everything plays out. But you're going to need your Gypsum Orbs to actually upgrade this stuff. I know you can't tell right now, but when it's a level 1, when you get it, you don't have all these perks on it. So you're gonna need Gypsum Orbs to upgrade the stuff. I mean, I would say if you had like 200 Gypsum Orbs saved up, you're probably set. Roughly, it's 5 Gypsum Orbs per thing you do, generally speaking, so it's not too terrible. Number 2 is if you have a bunch of umbral shards, you might as well hold on to them because they are allowing you to convert them over into gold, which is, I guess, it's a good thing for the PvE players because, you know, they did spend a bunch of time in all those expeditions. Don't tell me how they did it, but they did it. And basically for 100,000 shards, you're going to make 10,000 gold. So if you've got 1,000,000 shards saved up, that's what, 100,000 gold, I guess? So it's 10 cents gold per umbral shard. So, you know, do with it as you will. This is probably going to mess up the market a little bit in the beginning. People are going to have a little more extra cash flow, but that's not a bad thing. You know, let's let people make some gold because, let's be honest, making gold in New World is impossible and extremely lucrative. Number 3 is going to be save all your mats and farm resources in general right now, or buy them cheap on your markets, because let's be honest, we have everyone and their mom who's going to be crafting. As you can see here, I would say half the population here are just crafting stuff right now in the PTR. That's all they're doing. They're practicing the crafting and they're getting used to the new systems. Your boy Flex does not craft, but we have a wonderful crafter who's willing to help us out. So we will be giving a lot of mats to her and all that good stuff. So she's going to be Pog when Season 3 hits. So save all your mats. Make money. If you want to sell your raw mats when the Season 3 hits, it's going to be some great money. So use that as you will. Number 4. Open world PvP drops are actually legitimate right now. So I just had a couple fights with some boys. You know, they beat me up, I beat them up. And one of the drops I got, which was this bad boy right here, came in at 692. 692 gear score. And yeah, like I saw the other day, one of our other boys, Whiskey, you guys might know him from his streams and stuff. He killed a guy and got 2 legendaries. One at 700, one at 670, 697, I believe. But 2 Legos from a PvP, open world PvP drop. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, PvP, open world PvP is OP, but, you know, from what I could tell, it's definitely gotten a lot better as far as the drops are concerned. Remember, we were getting those 500 gear score items we couldn't do anything with? Good times. Okay. Number 5 is going to be just save your money. Don't buy gear you don't need while you're leveling up to 65. There's no reason to buy gear before 65 unless you have the cash flow and somebody's already putting out 700 legendary gear. That's perfect for your BIS setup. I don't even know what BIS is anymore. BIS is basically been thrown out the window and now everything is BIS, which is beautiful. It's really flipped New World on its head. It is wonderful. I really do like that. So save your money by not buying gear as you're leveling up. I'm sure they're gonna give you some great gear along the way, so take your time with that. Okay, number 6. This is probably my favorite thing. So number 6, perfect BIS gear takes a lot of resources in general, and they're kind of time gating a lot of it, especially with the prismatic scarabs and the prismatic bars and prismatic hide and all that good stuff. So how you can take advantage of this is warloggers and, you know, all their companies will be pushing to war as soon as possible. They're going to be pushing their people to level up fast, and they're going to be pushing to make that gear. So you can't sell all of these mats, but what you can do is sell some of the lower tier mats. And this is where you can make a lot of money. If you have a lot of lower tier mats saved up, warloggers will be chomping at the bit to buy your materials. Yes. So maybe hang out in trade chat if you got a bunch of materials. If you have a bunch of Asmodium saved up, that kind of stuff, definitely take advantage of the first couple of days where warloggers are going to be buying this like hotcakes. Like, make your money while you can. Number 7. Save your legendary gear, save all your gear for the most part, because when you salvage legendary gear, you have the chance, well actually, legendary gear will always give you what is called dark matter. Your epics will have a chance of giving you dark matter. And what you use dark matter for is actually upgrading your artifacts and upgrading a lot of other gear. Dark matter is kind of, I almost want to say it's kind of like umbral shards in a way, but it's a lot easier to get. I will say though, dark matter is hard to come by, and it takes a lot to level stuff up. Like I think for a lot of the artifacts, it takes 250 dark matter to do it, and yeah, that's a lot of dark matter. That's 250 Legos, or I mean, you know, it's a lot of dark matter that you're gonna be spending. This guy's hair. Is that a hat? That's gotta be a hat. You gotta love it. Number 8. Actually, let's stay on the dark matter. Dark matter you can get from salvaging Legos, salvaging some epic gear. You get it from mutations, PvP track, open world PvP. You get it from everywhere, so don't fret if you think it's gonna be hard to get a hold of. It's not like umbral shards anymore where you have to do expeditions. You can get it from almost everywhere, which is great. Okay, now on to number 8. I kind of talked about this earlier. Open world PvP drops are now extremely viable, and that's all I'm going to say. Open world PvP drops are really viable right now. Go out, flag up. You have nothing to lose besides, I don't know, maybe a little bit of time here and there, but go out and flag up. It's fun. Good stuff. Number 9 on the list. New named items can be upgraded to 700. Not only that, but named items and artifacts, you can change the last perk on the artifacts and the legendaries. So for instance, the Butcher. I have this rolled with Trenchant Strikes. I can actually craft this, let's call it crafting again, and re-roll that last perk to whatever I want. You can re-roll this last perk. So now it's going to be way easier to get your Bisque gear. Not only that, but a lot of the named items that drop that you can also upgrade to 700, and you can change this last perk. It's always the last perk. It's never, you don't get to pick. It's always for some reason the last one. But some weapons in the open world might have, like, for instance, Keenly Jagged and Enchanted. You know, it might have some really good perks on them in general. And the last perk might be, I don't know, what's a crappy perk? Let's say Empowering Rolling Blade. I'm not saying that's a crappy one. I actually like that. But if it's a crappy perk you don't want, you can always replace it. But here's a big thing with this. Those open world drops from mobs or from bosses now are BOE, bind on equip, which means you can sell them in the market. So if you go through and you find some stuff that's worthwhile, check the New World database, you know, find stuff that's actually has some good 2 to 3 perkers or whatever Legos are now. I think they're still 3 perkers, I think. You can farm said monster, get a couple of them, sell them on the market, and make some good early money as well doing that. So that's another way to also make money. And really, that's pretty much it. So number 10 is going to be, I'm just going to say, every type of content now is actually rewarding. Invasions, open world PvP, OPR, arenas, expeditions. Everything is legitimately rewarding now. Note that some of the artifacts you do have to get through expeditions. You know, some of them only come through PvP tracks. For instance, this lovely shield is only PvP track available, which, you know, that's rough, but I mean, I do love it, so I'm going to be going for sure. But generally speaking, they really, really open up the game. I mean, I would have to say, if you're on the fence about New World right now, and you're not doing the PTR, then there's something wrong with you. If you're on the fence, they're literally giving you the option to come into their world, try out the expansion, try out mounts, try out all the artifacts, try out the new area, which is beautiful. It's a lot of fun. I had a pretty good time down there. Just, if you're on the fence, try the PTR. If you don't try the PTR, then you shouldn't say anything, let's be honest. If you're not coming in here to try stuff out, then why say anything about the game? But that's going to be it, guys. I appreciate you all. Peace out.